that's why Lauren Mozer is here with an incredible risotto. It smells so good in here, and what is very cool about the risotto you're going to make is that it's actually a carb-free dish.
Exactly.
How is that even possible?
So we're going to make cauliflower rice wild mushroom risotto.
Ooh.
So cauliflower rice is really trendy right now. It's like the new zucchini noodle.
Yeah.
Circa like last year. And cauliflower is like really trendy in general. But
it is.
We're going to turn it into rice and make a lovely wild mushroom risotto.
Nice. Okay, how do we start? Sounds good to me.
First you're going to take your head of cauliflower and break it up into florets. And there's two ways of doing this. It's actually really easy. You can use a food processor, which is my preference, or just a box grater. And so throw that in there for me.
You got it. So we put all of these in, and the good thing about using a food processor, I guess, is that the whole thing goes really quickly.
Yeah, and if you're lazy like me sometimes,
me too, girl.
You know. So then we're just gonna pull.
Chop it up. And there, we've just created rice.
It's like rice, yeah.
That's amazing.
Just little like rice granules.
Cauliflower, like, why is it having such a moment right now? It's pretty amazing.
Know. It's also like really healthy.
It's good for you.
I remember like last year at some point it was like $9 a head.
Yes.
And I was freaking out. Like as a chef running a catering company, I was like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Food cost is a thing. Okay.
But it's gone back down now, which is great. Okay, so what do we do next?
So don't throw this one. I did some for you in advance just because we don't want the blade in our pan.
Yes.
I've been sauteing some onions.
Okay.
So throw it in there. Because first thing when you make a risotto is you want to saute the onions. And then generally you'd add the rice next and you want to toast the rice. So instead of toasting the arborio rice, we're toasting the cauliflower rice.
Now, a lot of people look at this dish and they say, I don't know if I want to go there with risotto because it's a little high maintenance. Like, you got to keep your eye on the pan.
Totally.
Do you have to do that more so with the cauliflower than with the rice, or about the same?
No, I mean, it's even easier. Like, it only takes about 3 to 4 minutes to cook through.
Good.
Like arborio rice, you need to stir it and never let it go for like a good 14 to 16 minutes to get like a nice even cook.
Right.
This, so much easier.
Okay,
so we're just going to let it sort of toast up with the onions, and I'm going to talk a little bit about mushrooms. So mushrooms are like one of my favorite fall ingredients.
Yeah.
And here we've got a whole different assortment of mushrooms.
So I
love mushrooms because they're super versatile and very flavorful, and you can use whatever mushrooms you have available to you.
Yeah.
But now, like, you can go to any sort of big grocery store and find almost everything there for you.
Do you want to talk about the different varieties here quickly?
For it.
What are these guys?
Those are your portobellos. So that's what you would find most often in any grocery store. Then we've got the king oysters.
Nice.
Those are nice and meaty. They've got a nice bite to them, and they're an Asian mushroom.
Okay. How about these guys?
Those are shimeji, again, another Asian mushroom. They've got a bouncy texture, and I like to just throw them in whole. You don't need to chop them much, so they're very low maintenance.
These ones.
Those are hen of the woods. So those are like foraged in the wild, like in BC, I believe is where I got these ones. And then we've got some black oyster and some chanterelles up front.
These ones.
Yeah, the chanterelles are like the fancy ones.
Okay, so you sort of look at the texture and figure out where you're going to use it. Speaking of versatility,
so
it's a brain.
This is the puff
Where did you
mushroom.
find this? It's a mushroom.
I've got a mushroom guy.
You got a guy?
Yeah, I've got a mushroom guy. He delivers our mushrooms every day. And yesterday he said, do you want a puff mushroom? And I just got them in, and I said, definitely.
I absolutely
Tracy's gonna love the puff mushroom.
I love it. It's just, wow. That's great.
This one actually doesn't have much flavor, but it's got a really great texture.
Who cares, really? Look at it.
Any flavors you're working with.
Yeah, it's just fun. Okay, so how are we doing with this?
You see how it's sort of like come together?
Yes.
And it's toasted? Okay, so we're going to deglaze with white wine.
Okay, let's deglaze.
So right here, that's your white wine.
There's the wine?
Just a splash, not the whole thing.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Good, good.
And then we keep stirring.
And you let it reduce, yeah. You want the white wine to reduce. It'll add a nice acidity to the dish.
Nice.
I'm going to turn this up a bit. And then add the chicken broth, which is the next one.
Now, do you want all of it in there, Lauren?
I'll tell you when.
Just a little bit?
I'll tell you when. Keep going. There we go. That's good.
How are you sort of figuring out how much you need? Are you just trying to keep it to a like I know you're a pro.
The recipe is worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't love cooking with recipes because for me it's like what I do.
It's a touchy-feely thing.
Yeah, like I love to like handle food in every way, and I don't like when I'm constrained by rules. That being said, I did work out a recipe for you guys so that you don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
That doesn't work for everyone.
No, it's sort of the way it is with so many of the chefs and the cooks on our show.
Yeah.
In your real life, you're feeling and testing, and then at home we're like, no, we need the specifics. So it's always good that we've got that at cityline.ca.
Otherwise, you start to worry that maybe you're doing something wrong.
So if we fast forward it.
Yep.
This was all reduced. Everything was good.
Do we add?
Why don't we go ahead and do that?
We add the mushrooms, and then the finishing touch of any risotto is a little knob of cold butter and Parmesan cheese.
Ooh, so that's what you do. Sure. How much? Can we put the whole thing?
I mean, I would go at least 3 knobs, but I love butter.
You want 3? Butter. I want 15,000.
And then the Parmesan Reggiano, which we've grated. Yeah.
Very nice.
Go for it.
So you put it in it, you sprinkle it on top when you're done.
And it's done. This is done now. Like the cauliflower's cooked, your mushrooms are cooked through, and I'm just going to turn the heat off.
Yeah.
Because once you add the butter and cheese, you actually want to keep the heat low or off. Yeah. Because otherwise, you know, when cheese kind of overcooks and it gets weird, don't want that.
We don't want it to get weird. This is the final recipe right here, and you can see how she's plated it. She's put a little bit of fun on top, and that is an easy recipe. I think people will try this. So many people want to have those carb-free recipes, especially this time of year, where we're bulking up for the winter, but you don't have to. No cauliflower rice, right? That's what I do. I bulk up for the winter. Don't you do that? It's cold. Thank you, Lauren. Let's go to break. We got more coming up.